Autzen Stadium is mid-sized in terms of capacity. Its capacity for decibel level virtually unmatched. Like when Kenny Wheaton took back the pick. Legends like Mariota and LaMichael ran wild. Welcome to Eugene and Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks. And the Ducks will kick it away first. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense will start this game off. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
The quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game, so who do you look for? The tight end, and there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter, but over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Caught over the middle. It's Griffin. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you're going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. The Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They keep attacking through the air. He's got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Finds the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
And this defense is defending its goal line. Back-to-back stops right in the shadow of their own goalpost. So loud it's rattling your fillings on third and goal. He'll pitch it. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And everything works out for the offense, right? They went for it on 4th and 1 earlier. It was a big decision, a big gamble. They got it, and now you pay it off with the touchdown. Head coach is loving that.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Oregon Michigan's offense will get the ball for the first time. And David, we'll see just how effective they can be on the ground running against a backer like this.
But they're going to do what they do, and they're going to feature their guy. He's an elite running back. You're a great linebacker. Let's see who wins this battle.
There have been entire defenses that haven't been able to slow this running back down. This linebacker, though, athleticism to do it himself.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They go to the ground. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
grabs behind the line. It's Huffman. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And a great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little extra time. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the 1st down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Caught in the backfield, it's Huffman. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Got his man downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. The Ducks want to move quickly. To the ground with the back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They're working that left side. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not that much.
Dances away to buy time. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Good right down the boulevard. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Quick completion to the right. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
The give to the tailback. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. We've played 1. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
On 3rd down, going up top. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area.
All kinds of running room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that comes to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
Second down.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And tackled there by the defense.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier 3rd down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the 1st down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on 3rd down. And shoot, and I got 4th down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
Makes a man miss. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
The counter play is a great play to mix in because defensively, you're not looking for the counter. You're looking to attack, attack, attack. All of a sudden, 2 guys pull across the formation. Now you got to change your direction.
Give him 6. Touchdown, Ducks! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They'll make the big play, get the touchdown.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did.
Going up top. Snags it down the right side. Open runway ahead. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Badgers! And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working, a lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, running back on the move. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Now adjusting. He'll try to do it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Looking to move it through the air. Got him downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Fast motion from the offense. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. They're trying to get to it. And the missed connection on 3rd down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Quick completion on the out. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his op.
And that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hoffman. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Unloads to the right. Fires and picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, two biggest things are you've got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those two things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out route. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback will audible. Going up top on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. And it's caught! Touchdown, Wisconsin!
Touchdown, Wisconsin. Number 87 with the catch in the end zone.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. On the option. He'll pitch it. Tackled there by the defense.
Man, and you came up short, and I tell you what, defensively, nice job stringing that play out, making the quarterback not be able to run it downhill now, pitch the football, and getting that running back on the ground.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Badgers will kick it off to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Boone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter. We'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he breaks into the open. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oregon!
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's putting the college football world on notice.
Fair catch, called for and made. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, and he gets the ball back. So I guess it could have been worse.
What a...
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. He's looking for a man on second down, using the quick game. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Bringing it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Unloads to the wideout. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Couldn't connect on that last play. Now 2nd and 10 from the 42. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Past the 30. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Not much running room. He's got one down to the 12.
And that was a nice second down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play. And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen. Get ready for the run. Less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the catch. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, I think the defense was even caught off guard on that one, guys. Not seeing the field goal unit trot out onto the field. They had a golden opportunity there to make a stop and get the ball back without surrender.
Touchdown, Badger! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass?
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
It's 1st down from back at their own 24-yard line. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
There's so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past.
And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And a super return as he takes it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Man, this thing's starting to snowball now in a bad way for this offense. Second interception in as many drives. This quarterback has got to be able to turn the page and make better decisions.
The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. This quarterback part of their running game. And the Badgers have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9. They'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. To fumble that ball away in the red zone, that is just a shot to the solar plexus.
And you have to know the situation. You've got to know where you are in the game. This late down in the red zone, at all costs, you cannot turn it over. And that's just an example, I think, of a guy trying to do too much. Just trying to come up with the highlight type play at a time where you just got to know the play's over and go back.
To the air on first down. The throw. Just a short pass to the tight end.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Hoffman. They get him down after he makes the catch.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Looking to throw for it. He's got an open man. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And the Ducks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. More to the board with that trip to the house.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wants to throw. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I'll tell you, as a quarterback, it's going to be hard throwing the ball over the middle of the field against this defense because these D linemen are huge, and they've got long arms. That was like trying to throw over a 10-foot tall person. Nearly impossible.
Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. First down to start the drive after the bridge. From the gun, the ground game. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Now the defense has got it going the other way. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Oregon! The defense takes matters into their own hands. What a shift in momentum. What a big-time play. He just took matters into his own hands.
And what a mistake by the QB throwing the football. His receiver, obviously, they were on the same page at all, but the defender steps in front, makes the big play. And then every kid's driven, right? You play defense, you create the turnover, and then you take it all the way to the end zone.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers.
He's taking the shot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's right on target. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
They'll try the run. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
Well, it's 4th and short, and you're sort of in no man's land at this point near midfield. I think if you're on offense here, you're going to have to go for it. You're going to have to show confidence in your guys to get it done and go get you the win.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Fires to the big fella. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
That player is so lucky he did not put that football on the ground. What a tackle by that defender. Phenomenal individual effort getting that tackle for loss.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. He's got it on the move.
To the receiver. Down.
Close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because
he wants to go deep. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. They decline the penalty for pass interference, and they'll stand on the results of the play. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Gets it out quickly. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Going for it all. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper. Understand.
And that pass is intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back to its own.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
Keeping it on the ground, trying to create a little space, and he was stopped in his tracks at the 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Quick release on the RPO. Hit the gap.